I'm Lyn Fairly. Welcome back to Our Ventura TV. I had such an awesome guest about a month ago, and we had so much more to talk about. I'm welcoming back Eric Harrison with United Way.
Thank you so much. It's good to be back.
Indeed it is. Thank you. Yeah. And I'm going to give our audience just a little bit of an idea of what how you got here in the first place, and then you'll be able to talk to us a lot more about it.
Sure.
Eric Harrison joined the United Way of Ventura County as the new President and Chief Executive Officer on December 1st, 2014. He was selected to lead the organization by the United Way CEO Search Selection Committee and the unanimous vote of the Board of Directors after an entire nationwide search. In 2009, he was named by the North Bay Business Journal as one of the publication's top 40 under 40 remarkable professionals while serving as Vice President of Resource Development at United Way of the Wine Country. So finally we got you out of the wine country and here to Ventura County, yay.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah, beachside is really nice.
Isn't it? Glad to have you. And how long will we have you? Do you know?
Well, as long as you'll have me.
Oh, well, good.
No, it's been a very welcoming community. It's been a pleasure to be here.
Good deal.
Yeah.
Now, in our last segment, you talked about the three core, target or strategic values of the United Way, and their income, education, and health.
Yep.
So would you talk a little bit about all three of them, please?
Sure. So in our education area, that is really where we get volunteers really engaged with our local youth. So we have a group called the Young Leaders Society, which are young professionals in their 20s and 30s that actually go out to low-income housing facilities and also schools and read to kids. And help inspire and instill in them a passion for reading that's so critical for them to be successful in school. It's just a really, really heartfelt program that I really like, and it's you see the passion that the volunteers have when they come back from it, and it's really great. And that area of income, there's another amazing part that we mobilize hundreds of volunteers around, which is volunteer income tax assistance. And we actually had a $2 million return for Ventura County residents this past tax season. So it's an amazing accomplishment to think that our volunteer tax assisters got that result.
Truly. And then health is probably your biggest concern at the moment. But I want to go back for a second. If I have a child or a kid or a teen or a young adult who wants to read to the younger adults, how would they become involved?
The child reading to the younger adults?
Yeah.
Well, right now our program is focused on the adults reading to the kids.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Okay. So how does that work? How do they become involved?
They just go to vcunitedway.org, and there's a button actually to click on for volunteer, or you can click on our education button and you'll see more about our Books Bonanza program. It's called
Books Bonanza.
Books Bonanza.
How fun. Well, that's kind of a call to action. If you're out there and you enjoy to read, please join that program.
Yeah.
So let's talk about health, because of course without, let's see, what's one of your core slogans? Healthy, wealthy, and wise?
Well, I say healthy, wealthy, and wise because there's synergy with that, with our core areas of education, income, and health, And it's important because you have those three pillars. Those three pillars are what are going to propel you through, a successful life.
Truly, frankly, I personally believe health is the first component of that, because without health, you really can't show up to work or maybe even spend the time focusing on a book or what have you. So health is probably your biggest area of I would say, your biggest push right now. Is that correct?
It's where I'm putting all of our muscle.
There you go.
And I agree. I completely agree with you. I believe if you're not healthy, you can't be in that classroom. You can't concentrate on reading that book. You can't go to work. You can't function. So absolutely. And it's also, if you look at the bigger picture, with United Way, we're looking at being an anti-poverty prevention strategy in all of our work. That is prevention. We can hand out things all day long, but if we get to the root cause, literally the root cause, and I'll be talking about dental in a minute, it's very important because it transcends all those areas we're talking about, healthy, wealthy, and wise. You're going to get to all those areas, but you can't do it if you don't have a chance with a healthy mouth.
So that's a wonderful topic, because I know a whole lot about dentistry in the dental business myself as another kind of side job. And it's true that if your gum health and your teeth health isn't optimal, that actually can lead to heart disease and just a breakdown of the entire system, the way the bacteria can travel through the gums into the rest of the body. So what is United Way doing about that? Because that's a real surprise. I wouldn't think of dental health when I think of United Way, but that's what we want our audience to start thinking about,
Right.
isn't it?
So when I think about it, if you take that child, right, and that child that has unwanted tooth decay, or does what we say have a dental home, because that's our aspiration. We want dental homes for all kids in Ventura County. And how do we do that? So we have had a core group of partners at the table: County of Public Health, Ventura County of Public Health, first 5 of Ventura County. We've also had Kaiser Permanente, who's been very supportive of our efforts. And then we've had the Santa Barbara Ventura County's Dental Foundation at the table. And so we formed this collaborative and listened and said, okay, well, how are we gonna tackle this? What's so astonishing is that California ranks 47th in the nation in terms of good oral health.
You mean toward the bottom?
Towards the bottom, yes, the very, very, very
Yikes.
bottom. So that's a
horrendous. That's shocking.
huge statistic. So
Yes,
then
it
the
is.
next statistic, when we look at that figure of a dental home, so we have over 50,000, it's about 53,000 kids in Ventura County that qualify for Denti-Cal. Okay, so they qualify to have dental insurance. Well, and here's the problem. The problem is only 86 dentists in Ventura County accept it. So you see the disparity
Yes.
right there,
Yes,
right? So now
indeed.
we've got 50,000 kids that don't have a dental home, although they
Right.
do have insurance. So that's one of the things that we're tackling with the collaborative, is looking at partnering with the dentists locally and say, okay, what's that price point, or how can we partner or look at other creative ways to maximize both the insurance but also the care that they need. And that's a really big problem.
That is the root of the problem.
That is the root of the problem.
And one of the creative ways, of course, is mobilizing a dental van,
Sure.
if you could do, and take the dentistry to the child.
Yep,
Or to
exactly.
the neighborhood. Because sometimes maybe it's a single mom who can't get the kid to the dentist even if she'd like to, for example.
Right.
Or he'd like to if he's a single parent.
Right.
So, boy, that's a big hurdle to tackle.
Yeah.
So are you inviting anyone in the audience, if they'd like to, if they're in the dental business, to contact United
I
Way?
would love for them to actually contact me personally, because
good.
I am very passionate about this initiative, and I think it's something that we really have to lend our muscle to as a United Way, because I think it'll really change the face of
Health in these
of
children.
health in these
absolutely.
children,
Yeah.
but also a prevention strategy. There's also other pieces to that. So you're also having families or individuals, working parents, that aren't able to attend work because they're dealing with these issues. Or you're having schools that are losing attendance-based fundraising or funding because they're not able to go to school, and there's absenteeism and what have you.
Oh my gosh,
And
it just ripples out.
It's a ripple effect,
Yes. Oh,
right.
That's a remarkable. Yeah, we see that a lot in our dental practice, my husband and I, and that is that first and foremost, we try to educate the family and the children in just basic hygiene,
Right.
just how important it is to brush.
Right.
And it's actually shocking. Now I know why we're the 47th in the country. For some reason it's not any more emphasized in school. It's shocking to
Right.
find out how little they know about it and how they don't brush, for example, or floss, or know enough to do that. It's astounding. It almost makes me speechless here.
Well, it's also another piece is the public awareness that we partner with the County of Public Schools, is that we have materials. It's called our Building Healthy Smiles initiative. And so materials on that education piece that you're talking about, because it's very important. We're also partnering with some of the local hospitals, like Community Memorial is having the materials out for pregnant mothers. So that's another, we're even going back even further to the root cause.
That's excellent,
Yeah,
Eric
there's
Harrison.
a lot of different pieces to it.
Yeah, they're more than I could have imagined, actually. Yeah. So of the three, obviously health is the most important. So we could take, for example, the pieces you're talking about and put them in our own office just as a starter. Is that something that we could do? And anyone else that's listening out there, if they want to
materials.
get your materials
Sure.
and put them in your office
Yeah.
just as a beginning, because like you say, it's raising public awareness.
Absolutely.
Which is what we do here too on
Right.
Our Ventura TV.
Yeah,
I'll be darned.
yeah,
Now you've got a lot of work ahead of you.
I do.
Where do you see United Way in 5 years?
I would hope that we would have significantly closed that gap. That 50,000 mark is down substantially. What that looks like, I'm not sure at this point, because one of the biggest pieces that we're working on right now is what is it going to cost? What exactly is the cost that we're looking at that? Because once we know that, and we will announce to the community what we're going to tackle of that chunk that we're talking about, then we're going to have a campaign that's very specifically targeted for that. And that's where the community will really be getting involved and helping us out with that.
Oh, that's terrific.
So in 5 years, I would hope that we cut that substantially.
I would hope we have lots of mobile dental vans available to go to the root problem.
Whatever gets us there fastest, let's do it.
Yeah, that's terrific.
Yeah.
And among the other goals you have, I know you're starting a collaboration with our local base here in Fort Hueneme, which is an incredible relationship to develop and something very important in Ventura County. So how do you foresee working with the base and the military?
Yeah, I think a lot of working with the base is what can we offer the families, so what types of programs do we have going on in the summer or with our education programs for the military children to participate in, but then also for the families themselves or individuals that want to volunteer in the community. We have our annual Day of Caring, which is in the fall, and that actually mobilizes nearly 1,000 volunteers in Ventura County, and we'd really love to have the base participate more with that too.
And what is the annual Day of Caring? What's that like?
It's basically community projects. A lot of it's local groups of employees from different companies that get a team together for any size, from 10 to 50, groups, a number of groups, and they go actually out to local agencies, and they do, a lot of it's refurbishing projects, so they do things in landscaping and painting, or basically beautification of the different nonprofits, so they don't have to spend the money on it.
Oh, that's terrific.
Yeah.
I didn't know that United Way does that too.
Yeah, we were actually the first in the nation in Ventura County to institute Day of Caring, and Day of Caring is done in every state across the United States now.
I'll be darned.
Yeah.
Wow, Ventura County has a lot of firsts.
We do.
It? Yeah,
We do.
It's remarkable.
It is.
70 years of service here.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anything that you'd like to add, apart from how people contact United Way, in terms of volunteering opportunities and that sort of thing? You've heard just a little bit about what you can do with and for United Way, but is there anything else you'd like to add to today's segment about this wonderful, wonderful nonprofit?
I honestly just love to hear from people. When people have ideas of ways for United Way to be partnering that we're not thinking of, let me know. I love for people to contact me directly. Whenever I write a op-ed in the newspaper or I'm talking on the radio, I want people to feel free to contact us and to feel like they have a voice in how this community is shaped.
And how do they do that?
They contact me at eric.harrison, HARRISON, at vcunitedway.org.
Or they can go to vcunitedway.org and click on any number of, it's an amazing website actually, they click on any number of the opportunities available there to volunteer. Is there one that just is like a volunteer button they can click on?
Yes, yep, there's a volunteer. So the three ways to engage with us are give, advocate, and volunteer. Give your money, you can lend your voice and advocacy, and you can volunteer your time.
Well, that's just terrific. So that's give, advocate, and volunteer for the United Way. All right. Well, I'm sure that some of our viewers here in Ventura County will be more than pleased to know that. It's wonderful to have you back again, Eric Harrison. You're a superstar.
Thank you.
And we expect big things from you.
All right. I'm here to do it.
Awesome. Thank you very much again for tuning in to Our Ventura TV. I'm Lyn Fairly. Stay tuned for some more amazing programming. Bye.